All right, here we go from Sonoma Raceway. It is time for some truck racing action in the TI Truck Series season presented by Marion Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram as we get ready to do some trucking here tonight. Race number 5 of this season. Qualifying just wrapping up as the trucks begin to grid on this 1.9 mile road course and has multiple configurations, but tonight going to use the modern NASCAR 1, even though it's called the Historic Cup on iRacing. That's because for a little bit, everybody thought it was going to be the old track again, but now it's the new track again here at Sonoma. But we'll get ready and show you the track info here in a second. Let's look at the points. Stephen Miles leads by 15 over Chris Lewis right now. Casey Carrington, Kyle Ether, Nick Leo tied for the 4th position there, down to Ryan Whitaker in the 10th position. Unfortunate news here for the Truck Series as the fields have been a little bit smaller, but the racing has still been pretty good here tonight, and I expect to see the same here in Sonoma this evening when it comes to the racing itself. Let's take a look at the lineup. And unfortunately, only 12 cars here tonight, or trucks, I should say, and they're all going to show up right there on the page. There's your starting lineup. Logan Hamilton outruns Tuesday night's winner, Brandon Alphin, by about 3/10. He'll start on the pole. Casey Carrington, Stephen Miles in row 2. Row 3, Zach Mertez, Kyle Ethier. Row 4, Nick Leo, Jake Vanoski. Row 5, Craig Martin and Clement Downing. Row 6, Ryan Whitaker, Chris Lewis. So those will be your 12 trucks that get ready to race here for 30 laps and, of course, 35% fuel. So very tricky track here at the Sonoma as you see the trucks ready to roll off here in about a second or so as Ryan Whitaker decides he's going to go backwards. And go up the middle. All right, that sounds about fun. Of course, tonight presented by Marion Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. Appreciate those guys for what they do for the series. I know Chris has been working real hard over in Marion, North Carolina, Lewis that is, and taking care of things over there, making sure that his customers are taken care of, and we appreciate them for supporting the league here this season and the last couple of seasons, as a matter of fact. Let's look at the track information here tonight. 73 degrees, 54% humidity, partly cloudy skies, 3 sets of tires and 35% fuel. Should be right around 10 to 15 laps or so on fuel, just like it was Tuesday night. So it should be a simple two-stopper to get to the finish of this race on this 1.99 mile track, 93 degree track temperature. Of course, plenty of different tricky places to mess up here or even put yourself in a good position to make passes as trucks get themselves all warmed up. So as they come through the S's, the Porsche pace car will pull off at turn number 10 here, right there, the fastest portion of the track. Again, very technical. Some elevation changing. And with these trucks, thankfully, not as much horsepower. So I've heard some people say it actually drives worse than the Gen 4 car that they ran on Tuesday night. So very interesting. All right, here we go. Pace car going to pull in. Logan Hamilton can pretty much take off whenever he wants. He's going to go ahead and get the run here off of turn 11 as Alphin gets out there in front. Hamilton's going to drive right off here in a second. There he goes, and here we go, green flag. Our cameras tonight presented by TrackCams22.com. You check them out online on Facebook and the iRacing forums at TrackCams22.com. Carrington up to second already as Hamilton tries to get away. Mertez now at the third. Brandon Alphin already with a challenge on his hands in the 4th position. Kyle Ethier there in that 6 truck. Stephen Miles there in the 7 as Whitaker already moving up some positions from the start of the race. Started in the back. Gets a little free there as he passes Vanoski back there in the 007. Up front, Hamilton driving away. And through the hairpin at turn number 11. Down to turn 12, and Hamilton will lead lap number 1. As trouble for Leo and Ethier, it looks like. Leo goes Ross Chastaning through the right-hander there. As Mertez under attack, Brandon Alfin looking. Brandon trying to cross him over. This is his track here. You saw he dominated that Gen 4 race, and now putting the pressure on Mertez to maybe make a mistake. But Brandon did say during practice that he was having a hard time with this truck compared to that Gen 4 car. Ethier going off track. So is Vanosky, and I think Lewis is off track somewhere too. Everybody's fighting this track. Oh, Lewis is off again now in the barrier. This here, great battle for position. Ooh, Mertez gets loose. That'll hand Brandon third. Got loose over the curves there. Down to second. Brandon going shallow into turn 7 here just to kind of protect the inside lane. And let's see if Alfin can put the pressure on Carrington now, who's about 2.5 seconds ahead there. You see him up the track there just a little bit. Dude.
Hello, Scala.
What in the world are you doing?
Wrecking trucks. That's what I do best.
Do you wreck it
when I go to Mick Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram?
I was going to say, do you wreck the Dodges there too?
I do.
That's not good.
I don't know what happened. I just got loose in second, and it just went straight into the wall. I didn't think I hit it that hard, but it wouldn't turn to the left anymore.
Yeah, that's never a good thing.
Oh, no, it's bad.
It looks like Logan went a little wide there in turn 7, but he's going to be okay as he's pulled away to 3.5 on Carrington. But Alfin is already breathing down Carrington's neck, and I don't know how to transition breathing into gas, but nothing good comes out of that. So, but what does go good at Marion is the free gas for a year. Let's talk about that promotion for Dodge trucks.
That is true. That promotion ends on Saturday.
That's it?
That's it.
Nah, I was figured you'd go into details about how they could get a truck.
You buy it.
Well, you got first show up.
I mean, you can do an online purchase. We've had a few of those.
But you can get all the information. That's what Chris isn't telling you at MarionCDJR.com or CD. Yeah, that's right.
No, you got it. Yeah, CDJR.
So
it took me a while to learn that. Don't worry.
Very informative. He is.
Very. I'm one of the best.
Yeah. No comment. Say hello to Mimsy.
I got Ehlers with me tonight. Ehlers and Max.
Yeah, one of his 635 cats. But anyways, all right. Thanks for talking. Go spot for the 3 people that are here. for your team.
Before we go, you got to get a back shot, like on the back tailgate of Logan or Miles' truck. The cat in that picture is Max, my cat.
It is not Mimsy.
It is not Mimsy. It is Max.
I misinformed Casey Carrington that it was Mimsy because he's like, "Oh, is that the cat on the back?" I was like, "Yes."
No, that is Max. That is Maximus.
Well, then that's false information. This is not Mimsy Motorsports. Then it's Max Motorsports.
Oh no, it's this. Max is a part of TI. Mimsy's got her own team.
Oh no, Clement Downing is off. An opportunity for Chris to get back on track. Oh no, he's good. Yes, he's good.
Now I got 10 more minutes. It's the dream's dead.
All right, buddy. Be safe.
Yep.
He's not the best promo man in the world for nothing. Anyways, Logan Hamilton leads by 4.5 seconds now. Carrington has lost the position to Alphin, so Brandon up to second now as these tires wear out. Here he goes. See if he can go catch that 12 truck. Zach Mertz doing a good job in fourth. Stephen Miles in the fifth position there, and that's 7. Ryan Whitaker, the biggest mover so far, up halfway through the field to 6th, about 14 seconds back. Nick Leo there in 7th, Kyle Ethier 8th, Jake Vanowski 9th, and Craig Martin in the 10th position. So 7 laps in. When will we see pit stops? I would think right at lap 10 probably. Split this race in 3. As Craig Martin having a little issue. See, spun around turn 11. Uh-oh. Mosquito repellent, unfortunately, coming out the 55. Let's see what happened. Did he hit one of these barriers that are supposed to move, but they don't? It was into turn 11 here, and it's exactly what he did. Those things are supposed to move, but they don't. And unfortunately, it hurt his engine. Poor Craig. Logan pulling away from his counterpart there by 5.5 seconds. Of course, Logan was the second place finisher to Brandon on Tuesday. Logan putting up some pretty good laps here. 18.9s. Everybody else running 19s and 20s. So I think Brandon's going to have to try to find something here to counter what the 12 has done so far in this race. Logan definitely showing the pace in this truck. Second gear should be up to 3rd. Probably will not need 4th here. Logan showed last season he's a pretty good road racer. There's Brandon as he slowly starts to pull away there from Carrington. Zach Mertz right there with Miles following. Whitaker about 20 seconds back, as I mentioned. See if Miles can get a run on Mertes. I'm kind of curious to see. I didn't want to tell him and put any bad juju on him, but Miles, only one incident point all season, which to have one incident point means you had an off track somewhere. So hopefully you keep all four wheels on the asphalt here, unlike Mertes there, just put two off. But if he can do that, then he'll walk away still with one incident point throughout the regular season. Now with Lewis's issues, that's going to stretch out the points lead for Stephen Miles, as here comes Ryan Whitaker to pit road right at lap 10, as I mentioned. And again, this very tricky pit road starts right there at the start-finish line, working her way down. So the 51 is in, should be 4 tires and fuel. And he'll pull away. All right, leader's in. So is second place. Carrington looks like going to stay out and lead a lap here. Four tires and fuel for both these trucks. 14.4 for Hamilton. Let's see what Alfin has. 14.9 for him, so both pretty similar times. Now it's just a matter of getting out of pit road and getting the truck up to speed as Miles, Ethier, and Leo come to pit road here. As Miles leaving right now with a 14.9. Leo and Ethier on pit road. Mertes to pit road. Carrington going to continue to stay out. He's going to try to put himself on a tire advantage, I think, here. For the long run, it's going to hurt him a little bit here in the short run. As Hamilton and Alfin are already out there running laps. See the damage. Looks like a little bit of damage maybe on that 069 right there in the left front. Trying to get a camera. There's Mertes as he pulls away. 14.5 for him. I was trying to get a camera to him. And you see Miles has pulled the undercut and got ahead of Zach Mertes there. And now Mertes off the track a little bit. There's your leader, Carrington. Probably going to be pitting here in the next lap or two. That's a little wide there in turn 10. I'm sure that's not going to make him happy. And here he comes. And that square D Bobby Hamilton throwback. And that sound you heard there goes Hamilton going by. Alphen going to go by as Carrington should come out right here in front of Stephen Miles. And there he goes, 4 tires and fuel. And Vinoski on pit road now. So let's see if Carrington can do anything with about 2-lap fresher tires here, as Alphen just ran the fastest lap of 17:76. We ride with the Kentucky native trying to sweep the week. In a very tricky turn 11, hairpin corner. And it's pretty much a drag race up the front straightaway here. And this is the actual only track on iRacing, if you want to call it that, that actually allows you to drag race. And what I mean by that is you got to kind of do your own session and stuff. It's not really a drag race, but you can actually work your way over to the drag strip itself and run a lap. So the field pretty much spread out here. Let's show you where everybody is. There's Logan Hamilton, 6.3 seconds up. Alphen has actually cut a little bit of time into that lead. Alphen running second. As I mentioned, about 6.5 back. There's Casey Carrington third, 16.1 back. There's Stephen Miles, 19 seconds back there in the 4th position as he tries to track down at number 4. Zach Martez, who Miles was able to get ahead of during that first round of pit stops, running there in 5th. Right behind him, the biggest mover in the race, Ryan Whitaker, started dead last and has worked his way up to the 6th position. Whitaker being trailed by the slowly spinning Nick Leo. Drifts his way through the corners. It's a good way to keep your tires fresh. There's Kyle Ethier in the multicolored number 6 truck. The Acid Walls truck, if you will, running 8th. Jake Vinoski in the Black Rifle Coffee number 007 running 9th. And then the last car on track, Clement Downing, the Australian driver, who's just out here minding his own business. As I've said before, you keep it on the track, you're almost guaranteed a top 10. Well, look who's running 10th. Just saying. So next week it's Michigan for these guys. Looking forward to getting onto the 2-mile oval next Tuesday and Thursday. I think we're going to have a battle here for 5th here in a second, or for 6th, I'm sorry, as Whitaker is getting caught here by this 069 truck. Leo putting pressure on. That didn't help him, and he got a little free there over the bump of turn 4 into turn 7 here. Kind of want to ride this curve if you can. Good turn 7. Carrington's been able to maintain that 16-second deficit to Hamilton, but oh, and there goes the 51 sideways in front of Leo, but saves it. Oh, he's still trying to save it into the barrier. A little rear end kick, and Leo's going to go by for 6th. Now, I was about to say when that was going on, Hamilton was pulling away from Alphen here, about 4 laps away from the last round of pit stops. Oh, boy. And Whitaker decides to call it a day. Oh, boy. Don't try this at home. Uh-oh, Mertes off the track. He is spun around over here in turn 4. Sometimes you go out there and you have a rough race and, well, things seem to happen. Let's see. Whitaker spins around. Does a good job here. And then he's trying to get under control. Worn out tires. Going to get a little wheel spin there. Hits the outside wall. And at this point, I think his give a you-know-what ran out. As Mertes, I believe, on pit road. Oh, he actually had wrecked over there in turn 4. Let's see that what happened as he is on pit road. Start the rear end of the truck. Oh, he hit the inside barrier there at turn 4, and it spun him around. Probably gave him a meatball. Unfortunately, Brandon Alphen coming to pit road. Get a short pit. Getting into the window where you can make it all the way on fuel. So Brandon's going to try to cut some time into that 12 truck. Four tires and fuel, and they pull away. So there goes Alphen out. Al Ethier in. And Zach must have had a meatball because unfortunately he's on pit road for a while here. And here comes Hamilton to counter the Alphen pit stop. Ethier, I believe, just did a 2-tire stop as he pulls away. Carrington on pit road, so is Stephen Miles. So there goes Hamilton into turn 1, and Alphen's going to be coming here behind him. So Hamilton had a good pit entrance there, and Alphen's going to chop down about a half a second. But he will have a little bit warmer tires here as Logan gets them warmed up. Miles 4 tires and fuel pulls away. As Leo gets 4 in fuel and pulls away. So there he goes. So now it's just a race to the finish. Who can survive? Who can keep the truck on the track and finish this race? As Ether almost slid a little wide there. Now they hit each other a little bit. Ooh, Leo about got that barrier. Just like Mertz did a second ago. Now, the question is, what tires did Ether take as he slides it wide turn 7? And there goes Leo by. So move him up to 6th. Ether back to 7th. Now, I kind of like the move by Ether because he's got almost a whole entire lap over Clement Downing, so the worst he's going to finish is 7th. Alford and Hamilton continue to hold right there at about 6.5. So does Carrington right at 16. Miles at 22 seconds back. Vanoski up to 5th now, so good job on his part. As Clement does a good job getting out of everybody's way. And looks like a battle for 5th going to shape up here. Vanoski going to try to hold off Leo now. Actually, Jake's going to pull over and let Nick go on by there. 4/5 to move him by. As Vanoski just trying to manage his way to the finish. Logan's pretty much been the dominant here this evening. Often doing everything he can to get to him, but I think that often, when we talk to him here, if he can hold off this second place finish, he's probably going to tell you, I just didn't have the feel that he had in the Cup car, or the Gen 4 car, if you will. As he lost a whole second there for some reason in that last stretch. Not sure if he got loose or something. Next week, 3 races to go after the season. We will be at Michigan for both the Gen 4 and the Truck Series. So looking forward to that one next week. And now remember, the trucks are actually at Nashville Fairgrounds 2 weeks from tonight. That is a modified race on the schedule. No, I'm sorry. This is not. It's the Gen 4 race that is the modified race on the schedule. And that race actually going to Dover, as Kyle Ethier put the sponsor on that race. So we'll be back on a concrete track here in 2 weeks on the Gen 4 side, and in Nashville for the truck sides here in 2 weeks. So Logan all of a sudden has pulled away to 9.2 seconds. So I don't know if Logan has just picked up the pace or If unfortunately Brandon just made a couple of mistakes, but I noticed that Casey is now 18 seconds back himself, so I think Logan is starting to pick up the pace here a little bit, as he is pretty much the fastest truck on the track. Casey joked around in chat earlier, said he guaranteed a third place finish tonight, and he's doing a pretty good job holding his word. Ethier is passed by Vanoski for sixth, as I think Jake just continues to hold on. So Kyle maintaining his own. There's Leo up to the 5th position. Stephen Miles mentioned running 4th. Unfortunately, I don't have a way to see unless I pull up the UI for iRacing if anybody has incident points or whatever. So not sure if Miles has kept it clean. If so, then good for him. Case just holding on to those older tires now. Hamilton up near turn 7 here as he starts to work his way downhill. Highest point of the track is over at 3A. And he start going downhill towards turn 4 and then turn 7, and then they continue downhill through the S's. As Vanoski back on pit road and Clement Downing off track, unfortunately. Hamilton probably multitasking a little bit. Is Detroit Lions on the field right now playing against Green Bay on Thursday Night Football. If not, he's got Chris Lewis probably in his ear telling him, hey, this is what happened. They're winning by a lot. It's okay. Take a deep breath. which I'm sure is going to make Logan feel better when he comes to victory lane here, potentially in 3 laps. Of course, this is the Marion Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram Truck Series. Check out MarionCDJR.com before Sunday. Find out how you can get free fuel by purchasing a Dodge truck there at Marion. All the details at the website at MarionCDJR.com. All supplies last. That's Clement just trying to get out of everybody's way. Ethier trying to fight that wheel as Logan's going to go around him. Often got it down to 10 seconds, but I think it's pretty much just maintain now and get to where you can get to for the finish of this race. Obviously, we'll talk to the 3 top finishers after this, and then I think we'll do an AI race here before I go to bed tonight. Thursday night, first week up here in Indiana for me. Get to start my route by myself tomorrow, which I've been running it for the most part with this other guy, and I'm looking forward to, I'm actually excited to run a route tomorrow. Been getting home about, between 2:30 and 4 every day, which is not 7 o'clock, not 8 o'clock at night anymore. Been actually going home and taking naps. I actually took too long of a nap today, but it happens. As Hamilton brings it through turn 11 up to turn 12, we'll see the white flag here, final lap, and as long as he doesn't make a big boo-boo here, it's going to go to victory lane here tonight. I do want to jump back to last season really quickly, if I can hit the right buttons here, of the trucks. Of course, we ran the Red Bull Ring National in race 5 last season, and Logan Hamilton won that one. So if he can finish off the last few corners here, it'll be a second straight road course win in the trucks. Won't have that same feat in the Gen 4 as, of course, Alphen went to victory lane here Tuesday. Through turn 10 and coming up to turn 11. As Logan Hamilton brings it through turn 11, going to drift his way to the start-finish line and see a second straight road course win in a truck at Sonoma this time around for Hamilton. As he goes off track in turn 1. And here comes Brandon. Finishing second. Carrington finishing third. Miles going to get fourth. Nick Leo. Will be the last car in the top 5 because everybody else has pretty much crossed the line already. So as soon as Vinoski will cross the line, so Leo will finish 5th. He will cross the line. He'll be the last one to finish. Actually, no, he's still got Vinoski out there. Who, once he finishes, actually, I can't show the results now, so let's go ahead and do that. As Hamilton's already towed back to the pits because he's got a football game to go watch. As Alfin finishes 14 seconds back in second. Carrington, Miles, Leo, Ethier, Vinoski, Downing gets a top 10. Zach Mertez 9th, Ryan Whitaker 10th, Craig Martin and Chris Lewis end up the 12 finishers in this race. And I know one thing we're going to continue to do here is work to try to build this number here on the truck side of things. Something we tried 2 seasons ago, but unfortunately it's kind of fallen off. But let's see if we can build this number up. If not, then we might have some options for next season to work on. But right now, let's talk to our top 3 finishers here. We'll start with Casey, who guaranteed his 3rd place finish. Obviously, Case, it was, I know, obviously, with the low number, it come down to pretty much survival there and that kind of thing. Obviously, an interesting start, and Brandon took off past you for 2nd, and it's just survival at that point.
I had a blast. I don't know why you're being such a downer.
Who's being a downer?
No, man, I hope this is the last truck road race I ever do. This thing sucks on road courses. I hate to sound like Kyle Busch at Bristol, but yeah, this thing drives like you've already wrecked it by the time you get out of the pits. But yeah, it's cool. I mean, I wish the race was starting right now because now I feel like I'm finally acclimated to it. I maybe could have had something for Brandon, but yeah, fun race. Not a lot of traffic. Not like last race where you felt like you were in a chase scene in a movie or something, trying to work your way through the traffic. But yeah, good fun, I guess. Hope everybody enjoyed it.
No, absolutely. Yeah, I mean, it's a race, and that's what it's all about there. And talk a little bit about you mentioned the truck thing, and oh, by the way, I expect to see the Kyle Busch face when Marty Snyder cuts him off here in a second.
Yeah.
But no, I mean, obviously, a first season for you here, and for the trucks, and even the Gen 4 here, and going to Michigan, and of course, was it Nashville, your home track here in 2 weeks? Got to be a little excited about what's coming up.
Yeah, I think this is the start of hopefully me being able to kind of close the gap on Miles with this road race. I guess I made up only 2 points on him tonight, but still, it's 2 points more than I could have, and he could have built the gap on me if I wrecked out. So that was kind of my main focus there after that last pit stop, was just keep it on track to keep the bonus point intact, but and hope that he wrecked out or had a throughput or something like that, but he kept it clean. Yeah, going to Michigan, obviously I ran pretty well there a few weeks ago, so hopefully here in this series it'll continue. I think the truck race is going to be kind of tough because I think it's probably going to be hard to pass. It's going to be kind of a pack race. I don't know. Most of these tracks I've never raced the truck at, so I'm kind of learning as I go, but looking forward to that. Fairgrounds, I don't know. Once again, never raced the truck there, so usually I'm pretty good there, but we'll see. It's just one of those things with the point system and all that. I pretty much need Miles to make mistakes for me to be able to get back into the points fight because he just built that gap. I mean, tonight I think was the worst finish he's had all season. That was 4th, so that kind of goes to show. But yeah,
It is what it is. Well, great job tonight. Send some shout out to whoever you like to.
shout out to you for doing the broadcast. Shout out to everybody that watched. Shout out to everybody that showed up. Shout out to Marion Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. Shout out. Oh, by the way, did you not? You need to go and watch my capping off of the race just there. Go back at my screen, and I think I set a world record for the longest jump in a truck. But
I'll check that out. Okay.
yeah, I cleared the billboard, which was my goal. So spoilers.
Nice.
But no, yeah, and hey, the last 2 nights or these last 2 races, did both of them, got 2 podiums. Did both of them with an H pattern, so I don't know what Logan and Alphin are running, but hopefully they're running paddles so I can take a moral victory there. But yeah, shout out to Lewis for putting on the league. The session was correct tonight, so that's always a plus.
I'll let you
And
guess why.
yeah, I already know why. That's why I said it. But yeah, shout out to everybody still watching.
Thanks for coming out tonight.
Yeah, thanks for coming out tonight, guys.
See you
See
tomorrow,
ya.
buddy.
Yeah.
Carrington there finishing in 3rd. And we'll talk to let's bring our 2nd and We'll just bring our winner up here too. We'll get them both at one time because Logan's got a football game he wants to go watch, or I guess we can call it that. And Brandon Alphin needs to go take lessons on Logan on how his NFL team can win. And with that said, Brandon finishes second here tonight. Obviously, Brandon, what was the difference? Obviously, tonight that truck not handling like a cup car.
Really, the difference just was the start of the race. It was kind of messed up from the beginning right there. Then Logan was able to get away those first 3 laps, and that was pretty much it. He built up like a 6-7 second lead, and he's too fast. I'm not going to be able to make up that time, even the course of the race, no matter what I tried, short pitting or doing any of that stuff. And so that was really about it.
Well, obviously, you did everything you could. You got to lead a little bit there off turn 11 coming to the start. But otherwise, it was a Logan-dominated race, but still, man, another good road race for you.
Yeah, it was a pretty good race. Get a P2 out of it, and I'm not even sure where I'm at in points. I have to check. So it'll be another good points day, and then just kind of keep things rolling on to next week.
Well, great job tonight. Congratulations on your P2, and shout out to whoever you like to.
Yeah, I'd like to give a shout out to our teammates, Logan. Another good race tonight. Hopefully, I got him going a little bit. I was kind of talking a little smack earlier, so about Tuesday. So, but then also Marion Chrysler Dodge. Give a shout out to them for sponsoring us, and then also as shout out to you, Scala, for everything you do. So we appreciate it, man.
Absolutely. As Logan, your turn now, buddy. I know you got a football game to go watch, but obviously, what's that?
It's halftime.
Oh, well, I saw the score already. So, obviously, you're pulling a Detroit here. It looks like right now on the field, but still, man, to go to victory lane. I know second place stinks when you finish that way in these road races, but to come home with a victory tonight, how many laps of practice did you have to run to get yourself ready tonight?
How many did I run in the practice session before?
Well, just all together.
I don't know. However many I ran
in practice
in that session.
Oh,
yeah,
all right.
Four.
Well, there you go.
Yeah.
Well, I asked that because it seemed like tonight you just had it all with you. Is it just the truck that made it different?
Yeah, I think that was really what it was. I was able to kind of keep the rear tires under me a bit better than I was in the ARCA car, so that helped me just kind of maintain the gap that I had built up and just not die. It was really the goal again, but that was a lot easier than it was on Tuesday. So
that's fair. Well, obviously, a good night for you here tonight. It's got to feel pretty good to always go to victory lane.
Yeah, it's definitely nice, especially after the season I've had. Just I've been in a lot of crashes, so haven't really been able to challenge for the championship like I wanted to, but you never know.
Absolutely.
Comeback starts now. No, I'm just kidding.
Hey, you never know.
I was like 39 points back coming into this race.
Hey, you make up 3 or 4
Yeah.
going into tonight. So still, great job, man. Send some shouts if you like to.
Yeah, just shout out to Chris Lewis and iRacing, Marion Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. Thanks to all my teammates, like I said, like Alvin said. And shout out to Christopher Scala for broadcasting, and shout out Detroit Lions.
Yes.
We win the Super Bowl.
And shout out to Jordan Love, who's about to drop 30.
Jordan Love is washed.
Wow.
Hey guys, it's Randy.
What? That was random. Anyways, Brandon dropping random stuff on us.
Yeah.
All right, we're gonna go.
I thought my mic was off. I thought it was, I got a charity softball thing Saturday, so I'm gonna pitch. I was trying to learn. I was trying to learn some pitches.
You got to learn how to throw a riser. You got to learn how to throw a riser.
Well, it's slow pitch now, but this dude on YouTube,
he
he throws a pitch and you can't even see the ball what it does.
Yeah. Got to throw that knuckleball.
Oh, look out now.
Man.
Shout out to Tim Wakefield. Hope he's doing okay. Yeah, well, great job tonight, both of you, and go celebrate a win. And like I said, I do need Jordan Love to get me at least 30, even though he's down right now. So
Not happening.
Wow. All right. Go Cards. Anyways.
All right.
Alrighty.
That awkward way of ending. All right, I got the points slowly updated here. I'm working on them. Yeah, one thing we are trying to do with the series is tighten. I mean, Chris and I had a talk Tuesday night. We're trying to work on things to get things better for everybody here. So I'm uploading a. What are you talking about? Unscheduled race. There you go. All right, points are up, and Miles leads by 15 now over Carrington. Chris Lewis falls to third. Nick Leo fourth. Kyle Ether and Logan Hamilton tied for fifth now. So, and Miles did not have a single off track because he only has one still. So, nice job there, Steve, as we head out. All right, I'll see you tomorrow night for another broadcaster race. If you want to watch a fun AI race, we'll get that up here in a second, and I'll get the stream up and going. So, enjoy the rest of your Thursday night, and always remember, this isn't just a game. It's iRacing. Where is it? See ya!